and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren from Lauren and the Books. Tonight is the Cosy Reading Night vlog, and let me tell you, this is a story all about how I thought I'd make me and David some delicious pasta out of my new Jamie Oliver Together cookbook. Effortlessly elegant pasta, chili, mint, almonds, double cream, parmesan, looks gorgeous. Bought all the stuff for it. It serves 6, David.
Oh, that's my favourite kind of dinner.
Well, we're not eating it to serve 6. We'll have the rest for lunch tomorrow. So I'm not going to scale it down. I'm literally going to make it for 6 and then have some for tomorrow. So we're early for Cosy Reading Night. It's 6:30. 25 to 7 at this point. So yeah, so I'm just going to get kick started on dinner. It doesn't take a long time, but I'd like to be eating and ready at 7. And yeah, looks like this is going to be absolutely delicious. I can't wait. Now, if you'd have seen the TBR, you would have seen that, what's that done? You would have seen that I plan to make a, excuse me, just putting this in the bin, I plan to make a white chocolate tofu dessert, and I needed it to rest overnight. I didn't go to the shop. I was supposed to go to the shops last night on the way back from my friend's house. I didn't leave my friend's house till 11, gone 11. So yeah, there was no going to the shops for me last night. So we've gone for, here's one I made earlier, a Milky Bar yogurt. So that's dessert for tonight. So whilst I'm doing this cooking, I'm going to listen to a little bit more of my audiobook. Now, I didn't mention this in my TBR, but if you've been watching my reading vlogs, you'll know that I've been reading it. And I'm listening to The Flavours of Love by Dorothy Kimson, which is what I thought was, well, it is a murder mystery book about a woman whose husband was stabbed in a seemingly random attack, and then it turns out that he wasn't stabbed in a seemingly random attack. There's more to it than that, and all the while this is going on, there's sort of like a background story of the fact that her young teenage daughter has fallen pregnant, and now I've just got, so I'm 54% in, so I'm just over halfway, and I've just hit, which there was literally no warning for this, and trigger warning now for eating disorders, but yeah, so it turns out that she has an eating disorder, and I don't have an eating disorder and I've never had an eating disorder. However, I've definitely been obsessed with calorie counting and my body in the past in a very negative way, and this just sort of come out from nowhere, and I really wasn't prepared for it. And if I'm sure I remember rightly, I need to look at the blurb, but I don't think it was mentioned in the blurb, so I feel a bit cross about that, because the writing itself, when she's talking about something she's eating, is extremely triggering, and for someone who doesn't even have an eating disorder, I was reading it thinking, fucking hell, this is enough to give me an eating disorder. So I'm unhappy about that, and yeah, will I continue with it? Also, the person who's narrating it, and Angela Ando, who I've very much enjoyed her when I've seen her in, like, acting in things and being interviewed and things, but all 3 of the audiobooks that I've listened to by her, I've hated. I hated Get a Life, Danny Brown, or Take a Hint, Danny Brown, or whatever it was. I really didn't like The Girl with the Loud In Voice, and then I'm listening to this and just not enjoying that either. So coincidence or not, who knows? But yeah, I'm going to crack on with making this pasta now, and I'll see ya when the pasta's made and David and I are actually doing some reading. I cannot wait for him to read Blue Monday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Wow. It's very tense.
Look at that.
Already, I mean, like 4 pages in.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah. It's a very tense
How
start.
does it start? I know it's in the past.
So, her little sisters. So, Rosie goes to the sweet shop after school with her sister Joanna.
Yeah.
And, like, she's, like, going ahead of Joanna and, like, telling her to hurry up. And then she got to the sweet shop. And then she met her mate, and Joanna's not there.
Oh dear.
So she thought she'd gone home, so she ran home to see if Joanna was there, and she's not. So the mum, Deborah, is just like, they're reporting it to the police.
Wow.
Oh, it's nice. Oh, it's really nice.
Here I come with my pasta.
It's lovely.
Oh, actually, I haven't got my... I'm drinking one of these guys, a Ramoon, which recently someone picked this on off menu. I think it was Jamali Maddox. And they are nice. Right. So you're enjoying it so far?
Mm-hmm. I've got about 5 pages in.
And you're enjoying the pasta?
I am, it's nice.
Cool, well I'm going to start my first hour. So I said I've started, haven't I?
But obviously we all know I can't read and eat.
Yeah, you can't. It's 8 minutes past 7. Oh, the light in here, that's very cosy light, isn't it? It's 8 minutes past 7, so I listened to my audiobook. I've been in the kitchen since about 1/2 past. I've been in the kitchen since about 1/2 past. Let's have a go.
Really nice.
Oh, it's very simple and just like delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. And I was listening to an audiobook there, but now I'm going to read She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. I wonder if I could finish this weekend. I'm on page 242 and it's just over 400 pages. Potential. Anyway, stop talking. Start eating and reading this, eating this book and reading this delicious pasta. How's the pasta out of 10, David?
10.5.
10.5. It was very nice. It's just very, like, very few ingredients, very delicious, very, very nice. And you said you like, that's how you like your pasta, don't you? David would eat plain pasta.
I love plain pasta.
But yeah, but we were just talking. We were both working from home today, and I wanted to watch a little bit of Big Breakfast, but we'd never have the telly on during the day, do we? So we completely forgot. And David just said, "I've just remembered."
Gogglebox.
Yeah, do set it up to record Gogglebox. But I said, oh, speaking of the telly, I saw earlier this week, David, Autumn Cosy put up a new room, and it's pumpkin themed.
Wow!
So you're gonna love it. So
I'm gonna love it.
Actually, we'll probably get rid of the bowls, and we'll show you how cosy. I might even light the candle. Yeah, and there's Minnie coming. Come on, little girl. Come on, little titty. She's just sitting there being all showy offy. And there we go. Oh. And there we go, there it is. Autumn Cosy Pumpkin Festival. David's a bit frightened that some of these pumpkin heads are going to turn your way, but I don't think they're going to.
One.
The noise is quite... The thing is that we've got the fan on, so we probably have to have it up relatively high. I wouldn't like one of those pumpkins to be knocked over, though. Imagine all that hay in that barn, all that would go up a right old lot, wouldn't it?
Oh, God, yeah, that is risky, isn't it?
What are you up to, Minty? Oh, you don't want to be on camera? Oh, you're going over there to Minnie's chair. You're going to get cosy. Nice. Sitting down nicely. You're so pretty. And how's the reading going, David?
Very good.
Are you in the modern day now?
No, I'm still in 87.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's quite a big old chunk in 87.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's 22. I'm going to read for a little bit longer and then I'm going to get in the bath. I need to wait for that pasta to go down just a little bit though. A little bit. Come on, me. Come on, my baby. Come on, my baby.
Here she comes.
She's such a good girl. Oh, your slippery paws. First hour done. How much have you read, Minnie? How many pages have you seen Minnie read, David?
468.
What's she been reading?
She's read every Mr. Man book.
Oh, she's such a clever girl. She's such a snuggly girl. Yeah, first hour's done. I'm about to now go into the kitchen and listen to a little bit more of my audiobook and prep the peach tea that I'm going to be making. However, it's supposed to have ginger beer in it. You couldn't get any ginger beer, could you?
I couldn't.
Imagine that, a shot with no ginger beer.
Yeah.
So we're going to have fizzy water in it, which to be honest, you'll probably enjoy more.
Probably.
You're peeping at yourself in the mirror there, in the thingy. How are you getting on? How many pages have you read?
28.
Bloody hell, David. And you're on chapter 3?
Chapter 3.
Are they quite short chapters? I think they are quite short chapters, aren't they?
Which I like.
You like a quite short chapter?
I do.
Have you met Frida yet?
Yeah. I don't really know much about her.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then there's another couple who I think that she is... I mean, I'm just spitballing here.
You think it's linked to the first bit? I can't remember, David. I've read 8 of those books now.
So chapter 2 is about Carrie and her husband can't remember his name, and I think Carrie might be Joanna.
Oh,
But
that's what he thinks.
But I mean, is it too obvious? Is it not too obvious?
Look how much you've read already, David. How many pages are there? 412, so you're 5%.
But I mean, it's quite short.
And the chapters are short and stuff.
The chapter's short. Which
he's literally just been sat just reading it. You've barely even like looked up or anything. You stopped briefly to eat your pasta. Are you getting in the bath after me?
Oh, of course.
What will you do when you're in the bath? Because you don't really read in the bath, do you?
No, I might... Oh, there's a bloody thingy in here.
Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah, look, he's over there by the fan.
Mini, kill.
Coming over here.
She doesn't care about them.
She doesn't. She couldn't give a shit. I might listen to Titting About.
Yeah?
Something like that, yeah.
That
I'll
would be
listen to
nice.
something.
Lovely.
Or I might just listen to a podcast or something like
So
that.
I'm going to stop reading this for a bit. I'm on page 264.
How's
I reckon
your
I could... well, the thing is, David, so it's about a girl whose father and brother die quite early on, either as a result of famine, and she takes on her brother's life and a bit like Mulan, and goes to a monastery and becomes a monk there, and everyone thinks she's a man now, and now she's a general in the army, and da-da-da-da-da. So all of this is happening, and I really enjoy the stuff that's following her, but there's also quite a lot of like war politics and advancing on this person and doing this and da-da-da, and I'm less interested in that.
Yeah.
I love the stuff about Zoo, but the other stuff I find
You couldn't give a
bit,
rat's ass about.
it's not as strong as I couldn't give a rat's ass. I just feel very, very indifferent to it. So yeah, so that sort of when I started this, I was like, oh my god, because the first like good chunk of it is literally just all about Zoo, and then you start in and also there's a lot of characters in it, as is the case with sort of epic books.
Yeah.
And I find it hard to keep up with everybody. So yeah. Good, I will say. The bits about Zoo I love, but the other bits I'm finding a bit of a slog. But anyway, that's being put down for a bit. Let's go and do my tea, and then let's get in the bath. I can't wait to get in the bath. Have I even had a bath since we've had the new bathroom? David's just looking at the...
I know, I'm going to try and get it.
Try and get him.
Mother that you decided to go ahead with the pregnancy. I never said that. I told him I was pregnant, and he said, oh.
That's an example of the annoying voice that's happening. So, I'm here and I'm making peach tea jug. Now, the thing about this peach tea jug is that, number one, I've only got one can of peach slices in juice, the other one's in syrup. Number two, I haven't got English breakfast tea, I've just got normal tea. Number three, I haven't got the ginger beer, and I haven't got dark spice rum. I'd never be putting rum in there anyway. Yeah, and number four, you're supposed to leave it overnight to infuse. That I'm also not doing. Now, I'm sure it's going to be delicious anyway. But yeah. We're going to give it a good go. So yeah, so I'm going to make it now, and then it steeps for, you have to simmer it for 5 minutes. You would have thought, all I want is just something that's going to lift up these. I've just got no nails or strokes, so I have to end up getting a teaspoon and doing that. You just think that on a can opener, they just have something like that. So yeah, so I'm going to simmer it for 5 minutes now, and then when I get out the bath, and then just leave it to steep. It's supposed to, like I said, it's supposed to steep overnight, but it's not. And then, yeah, I'll see how it is after that. I'm looking forward to it. I love an exciting drink. I get very into exciting drinks. Do you like an exciting drink, David?
Yeah.
Do you think peach tea sounds like an exciting drink?
No, I mean, I'll give it a try.
Let's give it a try. Let's. Oh, I need to make it taller. I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear me over the bath. But as predicted, there's a fluff on that one. I'm going to use this in the bath. Oh my god, this smells amazing. I've made myself a cup of tea in this mug from Home Sense, which is big and amazing. I've got my next book, A Bigger Picture by Vanessa Cafe. This isn't out until October. It's about climate change. And yeah, I'm going to get in this lovely, lovely, lovely bath. Lovely. There's another daddy long legs in here as well. Gonna get him. Well, that was a lovely bath. David's just got in now. He's been doing very, very well with his reading. He's just told me he's up to page 50 something. 52 in fact. Very, very good. I started reading in the bath A Bigger Picture. Very, very interesting. I'm only 16 pages in. I didn't quite realise, and I should have done really from the picture of Vanessa on the front, how young she is. And the title, A Bigger Picture, you're really far away, do you want to come a bit closer? I don't know where to put you, come there. The title, A Bigger Picture, comes from this here picture on the back, which is a picture of some European activists, including Greta Thunberg, and this particular picture has Vanessa in it. And when it was reported in, when it was used in some US reporting, they cut Vanessa out. Vanessa is the only black person in this photo, so basically they've cut out, and also the only non-European, so they've cut out a whole continent basically from this photo. Really, really interesting. Very early days, I'm only like 16 pages in, but like it's talking about like the effects that climate change is having on Africa. She's from Uganda, and how Africa as a continent contributes least to the effects that cause climate change, and yet they are suffering the most because a small increase in temperature can basically decide whether or not there'll be food to eat and things like that. And yeah, it's really, really interesting, and similarly really, really terrifying, but I think it's going to be like, it already feels very, very engaging. She talks about diseases like COVID and how those sort of things are going to become more common as the years go by because of sort of destroying habitats of wildlife and things like that, and disturbing wildlife which previously had been undisturbed, and how things like that are going to become more common. So yeah, it sounds really, really interesting. It looks much bigger than it is because it is only 200 pages. The rest of here is appendix and notes and an index, and then lots of blank pages. So yeah, so I think this won't actually take me that long considering I'm 16 pages in, but it's now 6 minutes past 9. I did say I'd move on to my last book, which I am going to do, which is also involves climate change. That's not that, it's this one. The Swan book by Alexis Wright. So yeah, so I think I'll go and, no, I'll wait till David gets out and then I'll do the peach tea. So yeah, maybe I'll get myself a bookmark and just crack on with the Swan book. I'm going to do just that, guys. Oh, let's go. What's the first line? Upstairs in my brain, there lives this kind of cut snake virus in its doll's house. Very interesting. What did you just say about this delicious tea I've just made you, David?
It looks more like a punishment.
Yeah, it does look a bit like a...
I feel like I'm a celebrity.
So this is...
This is blended cow's testicles.
I don't even like it that much, so you're not going to like it.
It's too bitty. No. If it was like pure...
I did put it through the blender a few times.
Yeah, those bits are too big. I'm not... It feels like it's mouldy.
It's not nice at all, is it?
No. Oh well, you live in your land. So the first thing you made from the new... Oh no, second thing you made...
I made the pasta. The pasta was nice.
Pasta lovely. Peach thing, rubbish.
No. Should I get us some Milky Bar yogurts instead?
Oh, what, that delicious dessert you've made from Fresh? Yeah. And I'll have a Dr. Pepper, please.
Oh God. From one sugary drink to the next. You're going to read another chapter?
Yeah.
It just makes me so excited when you're in the chapter and go, oh! So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's good.
What are your thoughts?
So, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Which is fine because, as you've
There's a lot
explained
of
to me...
people to meet.
Yeah, and it's a case of... It's a bit like listening to the Archers.
It's
I don't know people's names. I'm not 100% sure what's going on yet.
Less kidnapping though.
But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh good.
And, yeah,
are you finding it quite an easy read? You're not like, it's all sort of...
It's all flowing nicely, and it's all flowing nicely, and it seems like each chapter seems to focus on a different person.
That's why when I was reading it, I was like, oh shit, well, I can't leave it there. I've got to read, like, as you go on, I'm like, I've got to read till the next, till I find out what happens
I
to
reckon,
that person.
I think the more I delve into it, the more...
So what are your reading plans with it? Because you know you've been guilty of before starting things and then looking at it. So you're going to try and pick it up every
Maybe I'll just try and read a couple of chapters a day.
Yeah, because they're only short little guys,
they're only short ones, so I'll start off with a couple of chapters a day, and once I start getting back into the flow of reading, then I'll probably end up reading more.
High five? Mini high five?
Yep.
No, she doesn't want to. I have been reading the Swan book by Alexis Wright for the last sort of 40 minutes.
I'm eating Milky Bar Mousse.
Eat your Milky Bar Mousse. It's not a mousse, it's a yoghurt. It's nice. I think I need to put this down and dedicate some like time to it because the writing style is very sort of, I don't even think I'd say stream of consciousness, but very like, involves a lot of concentrating and there's tangents and like I'm not sure who these people are and things like that. So I think that's going to be put to the side for a bit until I've got through my other books, and then I'm coming back to this. So yeah, there's nothing in it that I'm finding bad. I just think I need to dedicate some time to it. So that's the plan. So that was Autumn Cosy Reading Night. This little knee, David, looks like you've got your tummy out or something, doesn't it?
No.
That was Autumn Cosy Reading Night 1. I've promised you 2. We'll do another one in October, I think. Because this isn't really autumn, is it? I mean, we've got an autumn... You'd be... I mean, we've got some autumnal bits, but it's not really cozy.
No, I was just looking at something like...
You couldn't get me under a blanket now, David.
I'm just not feeling it yet, but...
Well, I mean, it's because
it's hot.
Yeah, I mean, it is the 10th, I guess, of September, so we are into it, but it is hot. So yeah, thanks for joining us for the Cosy Reading Night vlog.
Thank you.
I'm currently vlogging my reading, so as I read and finish things, I've been doing those as a vlog. So if you want to check out some of those,
never big enough, are they? These
go on
yogurts?
No, and I did think, oh, shall we have one each? And I thought no, because tomorrow night we'll
want
be
them.
Devastated.
Well, don't forget, I've got loads of American gear now.
Oh yeah. I won't forget that. Cool. So we will see you all again soon for another Richard video. Will we, David?
We will.
Bye.
Bye.